Well, greetings, everyone. This is another amazing edition of Inspiring Nations with Sonja Keeve. I am your host, and I am super duper excited about our next guest, Miss Erica Lynn Harris. And I want to just let you all know that this is an amazing woman that I've had the opportunity to meet. And I wanted to bring her into our community so she can share who she is and what she is all about. And just really quickly, she empowers women who desire to have an emotional stability to discover their greatness that is, excuse me, that is credited for them. And I just found that so amazing, but I want her to introduce herself. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Miss Erica Harris.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so super excited to be here today and share some wonderful, wonderful news with you and to get myself out there a little bit and let people know who I am and what I do. And I'm so excited about the direction that I am going. I am Erica Lynn, and I am also known as the Motivational Queen. And I am a motivational speaker and an aspiring author as well. And what I do is I like to inspire and motivate and empower women who desire to discover their greatness that is created for them to win. A lot of women out here don't understand the power that they have within themselves.
Yes.
They understand that the greatness that they have, the seed of greatness that was planted and birthed inside of you from the day that you were born. And sometimes it takes us years to discover that. And sometimes, I know for me, when I was younger, I did not understand the greatness that I had within me. It took me going through some things in life to understand who I am and who God called me to be. And I want to motivate and empower other women to understand that that same power that God gave me, he gave it to you as well. And I got started. I've only been doing this for about maybe 2 years. And what happened was, I was in my house. I'm going to give you the background to it. On a Sunday, and I didn't go to church on this particular Sunday, and I was in my room and I was listening to Sarah Jake's TV daughter, and she was speaking about being empty-handed. What is in your hands, and being empty-handed, and the power that you have and the purpose over your life. And it just hit me. I can't, people ask me how I got started. I can't even explain to you. It was just something that came over on me and said, you know what? You need to be a motivational speaker, be an inspirational speaker. At first, I wanted to be a life coach, but, you know, in this process of becoming a female entrepreneur, sometimes you discover some things about yourself, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are. And that was one of the things that I said, okay, you know what? My power is in my mouth.
Yes.
The power that I have is what I speak out.
Yes.
And I realized I started honing in on my strengths, and I was like, you know what? This is what I do. This is what I'm good at. I can get that fire started for you.
Yes.
And motivated to want to go out there and achieve goals and dreams and things like that. So from that day forward, I made a commitment to say, you know what, this is what I am going to do. And I am so proud of how far I've come. And look at now, I'm on this platform.
Yes.
About what I do.
Yes. Yes. And I could not wait to interview you, because I know that for those that follow you on social media, I know that the whole motivational piece is extremely important, especially in this time. And so to know that, you were inspired to even begin your journey from someone else, to understand that, we have to work with our hands, and that
Yes.
we have these gifts,
Yes.
and it's through the work of our hands that we tap into our potential. But before you even got to that point to even decide this is kind of the steps that I wanted to do, tell us early on, kind of, what were you doing before? Like, do you work full time? Like, share that with us.
So I've been administrative assistant for over 10 years.
Okay.
And I've been doing it forever. And don't get me wrong, I love what I do.
Yeah.
It provides a stable income for me right now to be able to take care of the needs that I have.
Yes.
But my aim is to quit that full-time 9-to-5 job, but I don't want to rush into doing that. And I've been doing that for 10 years. I started as an administrative assistant at Capital One.
Okay.
And I was there for 15 years. But prior to, me being administrative assistant, I was in the bank part of Capital One.
Okay.
And, processing credit card payments, things like that. I've always had a gift to write. I used to write poetry.
Okay.
I've been writing poetry since I was maybe in high school.
Okay.
And people used to always tell me, because I can go to my girlfriend's house today and my sister's house, and I see a poem that I have written in a frame, and it's on their wall or it's on their nightstand or something like that. And people used to always tell me, you need to do something with that poetry,
right.
But knowing the gift, what it was.
Yes.
The gift was always there.
Yes.
I understand what to do with it. Like you
yes.
said, I had it in my hands, but sometimes you just don't know what to do with it. So yes. And I have 2 boys. I have a 24-year-old son who sings amazingly. And
okay.
Yes. And he was in some choirs across Richmond, Virginia. So he sings amazing. He's a beautiful, beautiful soul. And he's working at Capital One now. And,
okay.
I have an 18-year-old son who has a learning disability. So he's a special child to me. And he's graduated high school. And he requires a lot of my time too, because he needs help with certain things. So we're trying to set him up for success now. But I enjoy what I do. They starting to see me doing different things, and they're so proud of me, and I'm so proud of them. And I'm just so excited of the opportunities that are presented to me. I'm so excited about what's going on and
yes.
happening in the future. I already see it. And the funny thing is that I shared that story with you about seeing Sarah Jake speak. And that same night I had a dream. The dream was me on stage motivating women.
Wow.
Dressed in all black. I mean, I see it clearly. I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I know it's coming because God gave me that vision.
Yes.
I'm going to see it come to pass. I can't wait.
And I do want to say, and for those that are listening, if you noticed, this vision for her came to her in a dream. And I think it is so important, especially as women, that we recognize when God is truly speaking to us and giving us the vision. And so you're a mom, you're working full time, and you're operating your business, obviously in the nooks and crannies of your day. So how do you manage it all?
Well, I just started actually trying to get a little bit more organized. So at first, I'm going to tell you, Sonja, I was all over the place.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do. I was, I actually hired a coach.
Okay.
I hired a branding coach.
Okay.
She actually helped me a lot with the audience of who I'm trying to reach. I follow Charvette Mitchell, and she's
Okay.
an amazing, amazing woman about with branding and things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm constantly learning every single day, different things that I can do. But now, currently, what I do on Sundays,
Okay.
um, Sunday evenings, what I do is I plan my whole week out. So I plan all of my content on what I want to post throughout the week. I have a goal each week. And what am I trying to accomplish? Like this week, I'm focusing on my group, which is the Champion Women's Society, and
Okay.
trying to gain more members and things like that, and just continue to motivate them and inspire them to walk in their greatness as well. So I plan my week out now. I have to, and that gives me more time to focus on other things that I want to accomplish and things like that, and be able to do this, with you. So
Right.
yes, because
And
otherwise I was sitting at home every day on my phone, on my app,
yes.
and create content, and it was just I was just running in circles over
Right.
and over again.
And this is a great, because this brings up my very next question. So tell us about your group, this Champion Women's Society. What is that?
It's a space on Facebook. It's a group
Okay.
on Facebook. I created this space for women that aspire to be a champion woman, or who are champion women, who are walking it day in and day out. And they need, to be honest, when you're a female entrepreneur or you're following after your purpose and things like that every single day, you need motivation.
Yes.
You need somebody to tell you to keep going. You need somebody to tell you that you're beautiful. You need somebody to tell you to stay organized and don't let the doubt and the fear set in. And it's just a constant thing of being motivated and empowered to continue. Don't stop. Continue walking in your greatness. And we also recognize women who are doing phenomenal things in this world. And I put out there the events that are going on in Chicago
Right.
and I just want people to be informed of what's going on in this world. As women, we are champion women. We're walking in our greatness. We're
Yeah.
walking in our purpose. And I want you to understand that there are so many opportunities out there for us and resources. And don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid. If you don't know, just say you don't know. That's the only way that you're going to learn. So I created this space for women to come in and come together and be able to have dialogue and be able to understand what's going on, give you tools and tips that you may need as you're on your journey to being a champion woman. So I am so proud of it. And I heard you said a couple of weeks ago, maybe on someone's live video or your live video, I can't remember exactly, but you said like your group is like a job. It's like you're opening the doors every morning and you're going to work. It's like you open, so that's how I took it. And I said, you know what? Got to open up Champion Women's Society today, give them some motivation throughout the day, because sometimes we get so busy.
Yes.
And you forget the greatness that you have, or
Yes.
may sink in, or that fear may sink in, or that worry may sink in. You can come to this group, and you know what? I guarantee you're going to be motivated.
I love it. I love it. And one of the, I know one of the challenges, especially for women, we wear so many hats. And like
Yes.
you said, we do get busy. So for the woman that's out there that may be kind of going through some challenges in their own life, how do you motivate someone when they may be feeling or being in a space where they don't feel like a champion?
Got to find out what the root of it is. It's a root to it. I mean, I have to be honest, because I'm going through a challenge myself today. I mean, I'm not going to say just today. It's been the past couple of days. I've been kind of alone and feeling down.
Right.
But
Right.
I understand, and I tell women all the time, you cannot don't stay in that place.
Yes.
If you continue to just stay in that place, then you have that average, struggling, get by attitude. You
Yeah.
have to change your mindset. And I always tell women, it all starts with a decision.
Yes.
It all starts when you make a decision that I am tired. You know that saying, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yes.
When you make a decision in your mind and say, you know what, this is it.
Yes.
So if someone is going through a challenge, I like to pour into them. I like to just remind them who they are. Remind them, yes, you're going through a struggling time. Yes, you're going through a challenge right now, but don't stay in that place. Don't stay in it, because all it does is just drain you. It brings like the worst out of you. And then I can tell you from experience, you can get off focus from that. You can it's a distraction. It's a distraction because I see it as God knows your steps. He orders your steps. And sometimes those things will come in just to distract you from the blessing that is getting ready to happen in your life.
Yes. I love it.
I just, and I have to, I'm speaking to myself today,
Yes.
Really, because I can't stay in this funk. I have to get out of it and I got to keep pushing forward, and keep going, because I know that there's greatness on the other side of this challenge.
Yes. And so with that, you said something that was really important, that, you have to keep going. You have to keep pushing, because as an entrepreneur, there are people who are watching you.
Right.
And so how do you manage the emotion? Because I think that is always kind of a block for a lot of people, like managing the emotion of what I'm going through, but I still have to show and be the champion for others who are watching me. So how do you manage that emotion around that?
In the beginning, I struggled with that because I always said I wanted to be real with people. I wanted to be authentic. I want people to see, yes, I'm a champion woman, but I struggle too.
Yes.
But I don't have to stay there. So they're going to see both sides. They're going to see a woman that, yes, she has struggles just like me.
Yes.
But that doesn't stop her from shining. For me, how I manage it is I watch what I say.
Yes.
I watch what I allow in me. The TV shows that I watch, what you're listening to. I'm listening to gospel all the time. I'm listening to Joel Osteen. I have to be honest, Sonja, I had to remove some people out of my circle.
Yes.
And when I'm on Facebook, sometimes you see crazy stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm not in that place, and I don't need to see that. So you have to be able to recognize what is a thorn in your side.
Right.
What is a distraction for you? What are your trigger points? That is going to, because if you continue to say that you're suffering from a divorce, or say that you're suffering from an emotional breakup, and you're constantly listening to love songs, how does that make you feel? Really? I mean, you need something to lift you up. You're going to need something that you're going to have to constantly see in your vision.
Yes.
Motivation, empowerment, spiritual, anything that is going to lift your spirits up. For me, that's what I do. And I would suggest it to women as well. Be careful what you feed your spirit.
Yes.
Be careful what you feed it, especially when you're going through challenges.
And that is a hashtag moment.
Yeah.
Hashtag be careful what you feed your spirit. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that is absolutely pivotal. And so I did a little research on you, and I came across one of your quotes.
Okay.
And it said, "You haven't even begun to touch the surface of your
Ooh.
greatness. God is getting ready to advance you to your purpose."
Oh my God, I remember that. I do remember that. And that is when I'm telling you, these past few weeks, God has been really pouring into me.
Mm,
And when you think as an entrepreneur, you think that you're at a certain level,
yes.
and you begin to realize, okay, Lord, I see what you're doing. You're doing some wonderful work, and you see it. You
Yes.
see it clearly, and you're thankful. But you haven't even begun to touch the glory that's getting ready to come.
Ooh, yes.
And to understand the more greatness. I mean, because people think that you can get to a certain level and then that's it. No, that's
Right.
not it.
Yeah.
Not it. You got to keep going. And if you will just allow God to just do what he has to do in you,
Yes.
man, that's why I said you haven't even begun to touch the surface of it,
And
because
yes.
it's more to it than just that.
Absolutely. And I saw that when you mentioned earlier that on Sundays you spend a lot of time creating content.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I came across is your 30-day motivational calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, that calendar was created in my beginning phases of being a female entrepreneur. And I did a fearless challenge,
Okay.
a 30-day fearless challenge. And I created a 30-day motivational calendar.
Okay.
So throughout the challenge, we focus each day on something that I give them something motivational to help them be able to face their fears. But as I look back on the calendar, it's just not about facing fears.
Right.
It's just something that you would need. If you want to say that you want to give up something for 30 days and you're deciding to take it to the next level, and you need something that is going to keep you focused,
Right.
And keep you on the winnings, the
Right.
wins,
Right.
this calendar will definitely help you. And you don't have to do it, like I said, you don't have to start in the beginning of the year. The beginning of the month. You can
Right.
start it anytime. But it's something that I created for the Fearless Challenge that I did. And I had a couple of people who have, a few people who have bought it. And
Awesome.
they are in love with it. I have a girlfriend that works with me at my job now. She has it up in her cube, and she'll come to me and say, you know what? That quote today is on point. I needed to hear that. And it's so good to hear
Yes.
feedback. It's so good to hear, success stories from things that you have done. So that's why I created that 30-day motivational calendar. My
Beautiful.
goal is to do a whole 365-day one.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Don't wait. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Yes, yes.
And so you're doing so many wonderful things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why this platform is just, so wonderful to have, because you are truly epitomizing what it means to inspire women and to inspire nations every day. And so as like I said, going back, you have a 24-year-old son and an 18-year-old son. And so what do they think about mom and like kind of, all that you're doing? Like what do they say to you?
Like I said, they're super excited for me. Actually, I'm being a featured mom in another group called the Mommy Mogul Society. I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
And I'm going to be the featured mom in May for Mother's Day.
Okay.
So I had to write my story and I had to take a picture with them. And so this is the second one because I was another featured mom on another blog. And they have taken pictures with me and I got to share my story of a single mom.
Okay.
And I asked the girl, I said, how raw do you want me to get? And she said, I'm ready to get raw. So I really shared my story of being pregnant and what it's like and being neglected and rejected and going through so many different things as a single mom. So they see the journey that I'm on, and actually my sons will take pictures of me for me.
Okay.
They will do my videos for me if I want to do a video outside or something, and I tell my son, hey, Kate, can you come and record me? So they are all hands, all on deck. And so what I like to do is I just did a birthday shout out to my 24-year-old son. And I call them my champion sons.
Oh,
And
yes.
I just like to feed them and let them know that they are champions as well. And so that's why I try to keep them involved in what I'm doing.
I love it, and absolutely keep doing it, because I think when we set the examples for our children, we are leaving what's known as a legacy, because they get to see and live out through you just all the choices they can have, even as young people. Like they don't have to limit their life. They can do. I say you can do anything you want to do as long as you have action behind it and you have a plan. And so, what other than my goodness, other than the motivational calendar and the mommy moguls, what's next for Miss Erica Harris?
What's next is I'm just trying to get myself more visible, and to be on platforms like this. I'm actually a brand ambassador for an upcoming conference for author Anika Stewart. So I am her brand ambassador. I volunteered to do that. And I just decided to, you know what, Erica, put yourself in places where you can be seen. Share your story. There's power in your story. And so I had an event that I was supposed to be speaking at to young women. But it just got canceled. So that would have been my first speaking engagement. But I am actually also doing a virtual telesummit called From the Page to the Stage. And so what it is a telesummit with 13 phenomenal speakers. And they're going to be talking about different aspects of being an entrepreneur and motivating you and providing tips of bringing that vision from the vision board to the stage. Bringing how to execute that vision and how to execute your goals and things like that. So I just did my interview last Saturday. It's going to be, I think it's April 18th, starting April 18th. And I have been posting about it for the past few weeks. So if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see it and click the link. It's free. And like I said, it's 13 phenomenal speakers, coaches, authors. It's different types of people that are going to be providing a lot of good nuggets for you.
Awesome. And then for our audience, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, you can actually follow me on Instagram and on Facebook. And my handle is Lynn Expressions, and it's ELYNN XPRESSIONS. I don't have a website right now. I'm in the process of trying to get that started. I'm coming up with a budget. Actually, that's a story that I could share with you really quick. I decided to put myself on a budget in November of 2017. My credit was shot. I have my credit score has jumped up 65 points.
Yes.
I've done it because I felt like, okay, Erica, you're a female entrepreneur. There are things that you want to invest in.
Yes.
And you don't have the money.
Right.
If you had credit, then you can do a lot more.
Right.
And so my thing was, I was just trying to focus on my bills and get those in order. I just paid off all of my debt. And
yes. Congratulations.
So well on my way. That's what I mean. I'm a champion woman. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna win out here in every area of my life. And I'm just so excited about, all of that. And so that website is to come. It's coming.
and I absolutely believe it. And before we let you go, I'm going to ask you 3 words, and when you hear them, just tell me real briefly what comes to mind.
Okay.
The first word is love.
God. That's the first thing that comes to me, because he is everything. And what we have to understand as women, God is love.
Yes.
Created you in love. Therefore, you are love. And everything that he creates is beautiful. So you are beautiful. Everything that he creates is magnificent. That means you are magnificent. You are powerful. You are winning. You are emotional. You are an emotional human being. But at the same time, he has that love for you and created it in you.
Yes.
And you are born to love. We need it in this world. We need it in this
Yes, world. Yes. When you hear the word inspiration.
Inspiration. I think of myself. My story is such an inspiration. And I want other women to understand that their story is an inspiration. That's what makes them unique. That's what makes them powerful.
Yes.
When you inspire and be an inspiration to other people, that creates a joy inside of the person who inspires you.
Yes.
It's what's needed. And we all have a story, and that story is very inspirational. Each one of us have a story.
And the last one, faith.
Faith. Faith in things I cannot see. Things I can see. I have developed a strong faith. I have developed a strong trust. Even when it don't look right.
Yeah.
Even when it doesn't seem right.
Yes.
And want women to understand, have the faith to trust and believe that the things that you see with your natural eye is not what it is. Start looking at things with your spiritual eyes.
Yes.
And you will believe and have faith in your journey.
Well, Miss Erica Lynn Harris, it was a truly, truly, truly my pleasure to have you on our show today.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for being an inspiration, not only to me, but to women across this nation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I am so excited. I'm ready to start going and create some more content.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.